Hello once again everyone and welcome to Cruisnick Sanctuary. I'm your host Cruisnick X. Alongside me are Arya Stormborn.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
And Lord Fyrax.
It was you. The one-armed man's a lie.
No, the cake is a lie.
You've never even played Portal.
Moving on.
You sweet summer child. Whatever. Anyways, once again we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last episode, we defeated Hydaelyn. Last episode. I was not proud of it. In fact, the minute I was done with it and I got off chat, I cried myself to sleep. That is all I'm going to say about that. Anyways, we're back at the Baldessian Annex. We're almost ready to go back into space. Let's get right to it because we want to get through this. The next quest is a bold decision. Let's get to it. Chris, I trust you've had a good rest? An envoy of Master Falchenalt's arrived not long ago with a message. The Loporids have determined Meteon's location. We've been asked to gather at the Rostra. I'll meet you there, along with the others. Wait, where's my keyboard? I need my keyboard. There it is. Ah. Alright. We're here and in business. Voice, no voice?
One way to find out.
Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loporids have deduced the whereabouts of Meteon by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. A veritable Ultima Thule. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our Hyper Hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loporid's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate the moon, and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour
she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule.
What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious.
I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds in the Magna Glacies. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loporrids too willing to abandon the Exodus?
Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Etheirys and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have a need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem of our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteon. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Etheirys until you brought us here, Urianger, and now we're enamored with the place. So what choice do we have but to save it?
Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Of course I'm sure. Well, we've come this far. Very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision, and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Loporrids will coordinate with the Ilsabard contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray take your ease.
'Twould seem there is naught to do but to rest and prepare. Shall we?
Rest and prepare, huh? We'll go out the side entrance. Oh, we're coming over here. Yep, Merrick's still got that fedora. Never goes anywhere without it. Anyway, let's speak with Alphino.
Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite. Though it is difficult to conceive how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hydaelyn deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteon as we are. Which leaves the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you in Tartaru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamis for the better.
With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded.
The meeting's over, isn't it? You were in there for so long I started to worry. What did they have to say? The edge of creation. I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return. Actually, Chris, could I borrow you for a moment?
Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Baldacine Annex, alright? Alright.
Goodness me, what does the little Taro want?
Who knows?
Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you.
The Agora?
Yes, the
Have
Agora.
Have I attuned to that place?
It's just northeast of the main Aether crystal.
Oh, right. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna...
Or you could
cheating
just-
way.
Or you could just go down. If you're, are you just outside the rostra, the main building?
Yeah, I'm just jumping down the walls.
Just walk straight south. And
Oh,
should
you
be
took my
almost there.
Hydaelyn card, you weak-ass bitch!
So what now?
Frick.
What happened?
I'm playing against cheating way.
Imagine that. I know.
But I still
Someone-
won. Eat it, you cheating rabbit.
Don't be mean to the bunny.
I'll be as mean as I want. It didn't give me a card. Anywhoosy. Alright, let's speak with Tataru.
Welcome, Chris, to Taro's boutique. I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then, inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Bossadu, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer?
I guess I probably should, huh? The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel. Yep, okay, sure, go. I don't have any duty finder registrations. The main scenario is like the thing I do. And when I do it, I dedicate myself to it. Why do you think my journal is empty?
I don't know. Why?
Because when I focus on one thing. Ah, I did not expect to find you here. Oh. I imagine Nidhana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. The simulacrum, too, will stay in Sharlayan, while I oversee matters in Razatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land.
Varshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique.
Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with a newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Razatan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity.
It is an opportunity for me as well. Believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Thavnarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with.
I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision, of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey unto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail, and restore peace and tranquility to the star. Would that Ahaiwan were alive to see it. I will not see his sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Razatan is returned to its former glory. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of the star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Alright, who's next on the list? As we continue to watch Varshan walk away. Ugh. Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Oh. It's a Manolane. Wrong voice again, but yeah. Chris, old boy! My, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I've been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiments, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Fortoms, insist that, so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Sharlayan. Thus do I toil through every fibre of my being, though every fibre of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sickard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence, now burdened with extra busy work. And without Onawa here, there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlian delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Should I tell him about Argon Loaf? Nah, if a hearty meal is what you're after, I'd suggest The Last Stand. The cafe over on the pier? The cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I will give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion, and ta-ta for now, old boy. And there goes the money lane. I should have told him about Argon Loaf. Right. Who's next? Well, is that Chris and Tataru I spy?
What's this accurate?
Hancock!
Hancock! What are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo.
Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straight away to Kugane once I have finished.
Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage.
She wounds me. The industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return.
If you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is?
Fair enough, Tataru. Fair enough. There is not more I can do but help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage. But on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenard Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemon cakes? Oh, a man of taut taste, I see. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer. But let us speak of more of this upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until next we meet. Tataru's like, why I gotta fucking deal with this motherfucking Charlian? Ah, now the sun's coming up. Ah, Chris. Decided to spend your time at the markets, did you? Ah, Biggs and Wedge. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Tataru!
Pigs! Wedge! I take it work on the Ark proceeds apace?
Aye, it does. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlian and Radzatan have been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Lorberits. The Ark is unlike anything we had ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. I can't wait for you to see it. Oh, I can't wait.
And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Charlian. Alpha! I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in our time of need. And I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Charlian. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. It's still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though. The farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. Think how much I'd have missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a caught chocobo. There's that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Chris. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing. For a brighter future. And one filled with even more adventure. When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies together before we return. He wants to confess, but he's not gonna do it. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. And of course, he doesn't do it. Like the pansy he fucking is. Anyway. Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Vasarud from Palaka's Stand. Haven't we met before? Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Purusa, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it is kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mr. Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavner, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did, by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Alright. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands. From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's Ruby Bazaar, we were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevered time and again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promise to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return.
Of course. Now then. So, shall we see this attire?
Yes, you shall.
Basarud?
In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need. So please, feel free to browse our stock.
No.
You may now obtain job-specific gear from Basarud. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89, however, all item stats will be subjected to item level sync. Upon reaching level 90 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quest associated with said job. We will be doing those role quests soon enough, but not until after we finish this storyline. First and foremost, let's get our gear.
I'm gonna see you in your new gear.
Give me a sec, I gotta get everything.
Yep.
Wait, you know what? Why am I doing this to myself? I'm not ready for it yet. But first, I gotta clear out some stuff, because
Why are you buying everything?
I don't know why I decided to, but... Alright.
Wow.
Good for them!
Yay! So no idea what you're talking about. Ah.
Might as well get rid of all the rest of these.
Let's just go ahead and get all your paladin gear, then you can start working on getting everything.
Yeah, that's what I was... I realized that the minute I started thinking about grabbing stuff, and then I was like, damn it, you're an idiot.
Well, we're all in agreement.
Alright. Hero shield. This. Alright, we've got everything.
I just fully upgrade. No, shift over to the cool stuff.
Yep. Well, first we strip down. Oh, and I don't have efficient armory chest space because reasons. I gotta keep the tanking gear for now, so I will get rid... The Bulgin Coat of Maiming will go, because I don't need it anymore, seeing as how I grabbed some maiming gear earlier. So, with that being said, let's start. First, for pants, we have the Reverend Skirt. For feet, the Reverend Solarets. For handguard, for chest, our Reverend Cuirass. For hands, the Reverend's Gauntlets. For head, the Reverend's Coronet. For our shield, none other than the Hero's Shield. And last but certainly not least, our new sword, Lightbringer.
I gotta say, you dressed up nice.
Not bad, but I'm not a fan of the helm, though.
I like the cape.
The cape is awesome. Don't even get me started. But I'm going to do what I always do and do one thing to edit this.
What's your editing?
I'm getting my eye patch back.
You and your eye patch.
What's the lock box?
It's a quest.
Oh.
I'm assuming it involves this mysterious maiden.
Yep, well, I'm not working with it right now. I am, however, going to remove
my glamour plate link so that I can save this. Actually,
do you have the eye patch on you on hand? If you don't, I
have it in the glamour prism. I have it as a glamour, but I can just do this. Ooh. And that's good. Oh wait.
Okay. Still in the old outfit.
There we go. Alright. We are ready to face the dangers ahead. But first, we are going to take a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this show, here are all the links provided to get you where you need to go. Until next time.